Hello everyone, this is Terry from Genkigamingtv. I hope everyone is doing fantastic. Welcome to Yokai Watch Y Academy. Even a cat can be a hero. I'm saying it like this, but it's actually Encounters with N. Today's episode 2, is Kyodai Salaryman Miyazawa-san no Jutsu, or Giant Office Worker Mr. Miyazawa's Despair. This episode was really well done. It was much more polished than what I was anticipating, and it was fun. As a whole episode, it really flew right on by and flowed really well together. The episode starts off with our boy Junpei Chiba napping in class, and everyone around him is okay with it. Guys, by the way, I still think Whisper is evil, even though everyone has told me he's not. It's just going to become a running gag from this, just like Michi being the best character in Shadow Side, and no one can argue with me about that. Though I do kid, Whisper's not evil, he did his job teaching. We were introduced to, well, this is our first true introduction to Motaro Tamada. We also were introduced to Mira Raido, or Blazion, human Blazion. And I do have to say, I like Miraido. I actually think the design really works well. I think that the character is interesting enough to really stand on his own and be something unique. We were also introduced to Ryusuke Kyubi-san, or Kyubi and Blazion, or Mira and Ryusuke start a big cleaning fight. Everyone else is involved in this. Well, our boy Junpei Chiba is like, guys, we should dive into this cleaning fight too. Everyone in class, we should clean fight too. We should all clean the school and basically have Mortal Kombat. I'm exaggerating a little bit, but we do get a small little flashback, I guess, to the first, well, to the movie. I was going to say the first episode, but it's actually the movie. I almost forgot we were introduced to Momo, who is a new character. Momo is involved in Henshin, or transformation time. I'm really flustered and I'm really hyper. I was just watching football, so, like, American football. I would have rather been watching real football, but that's beside the point. My team did not play well. They should have benched their quarterback, but that's beside the point. Let's talk about Yokai Watch. I know I already talked about Mira, Raido, and Ryusuke, but I do want to comment on one thing before I ignore them for a little bit. All of the introduction screens, including theirs, everyone had unique kanji font, everyone had unique font effect, almost to the point where it's really impressive that they care enough. Like, this is how you know that your animation team and everyone has faith behind a project. When everyone, like, they didn't have to give everyone individually stylized kanji, hiragana, katakana, and they didn't have to do that really with the furigana, but they did. This shows compassion and caring and actual love in the project as well. You can kind of hear it in the voice actors and actresses' voices. But I wanted to comment on that before I ignore certain things. Well, our cleaning rush led everyone outside of the school, with the exception of Emma. I still can't get over the fact that they turned Inma into Emma. And we were introduced to Emma's pet too, Minano, who's a little bunny. So I'm guessing Emma-chan is going to be getting a henshin of her own. I mean, I love the fact that we were introduced to, like, multiple companion yokai animals. We were also introduced to a cheerleader. I believe her name was Mai Chono. And it's kind of cute. I feel like she's actually going to be a recurring character, and the same thing for the male cheerleader guy. So everyone's rushing out to watch the greatest fight of them all. Ryusuke and Mira. I mean, cheerleaders are cheering, Spirit Squad is spiriting, and everyone is joining the party, but Fubuki Himikawa is a little bit late, and she's confused. She's like, what's going on? And so our boy, I keep wanting to say Koma-san, but it's Sandayu Koma, basically explains, yeah, everyone's just in a cleaning frenzy. I can't get their attention. I'm going to do something. I'm going to do something that will distract everyone and get them to stop their fighting. So what he does is he pins, like, he drop drawers Motaro Tamada, and we get to see frog underwear. This mortifies Fubuki. Like, if you look at her face, if you, like, see her face, it is shocked and embarrassed at the same time. But for our boy Motaro Tamada, at least Mai likes him. She said something like kawaii, like referring to the fact that his underwear or his pantsuit was cute. And I know I just said pantsuit, but I'm just following Sandayu's lead in this situation, because we all know what that really means. They were making fun of Motaro. So, a giant salary man appears out of nowhere, or salary man giant. So our happy-go-lucky plucky heroes, Jinpei Jiba and Bakera, get ready to smite the giant. But the giant gets sad after realizing that the person he's looking for, spoiler alert, wasn't even there. Spoiler alert over. The person shows up at YSP, Yokai Special Power Club. Her name is Akane, and I think the last name is Mia. I want to say it's Miyazawa? I almost said Miyakawa, but it is Miyazawa. Anytime I hear Akane, guys, I think of Akane Tendo from Ranma. Please don't hate me for that reference. So, everyone got together, like Akane, Jinpei, Sandayu, Fubuki, and Motaro, and they're walking down the hall, and they run into the edgy student council. Also, where is the little bear girl from the opening? Like, the girl that has, like, the bear buns on her head. Shouldn't she be with them? Or have they abandoned her? We'll probably get a backstory about her sometime, but it just felt weird because they have that kid with, like, the brownish colored hair. That could be her older brother, but we don't know. I'm just really hyper because this episode was brilliant, and I am realizing I shouldn't have watched the football game. I should have just done this. So we enter Tragic Akane backstory time. Everyone gather around with your tea and coffee. Akane basically explains she was angry at her father for working so much. It was like he abandoned the family. Backstory, tragic sadness, over. Fubuki's like, guys, there's this anime with heroes in attacking giants. Let's do that. Let's take down this giant celery man. Giant celery man appears. Tragic backstory part 2. Akane gets mad at her father, who is this giant celery man. When she was small, her father was around, always helping her and being with her and her mother, like a cohesive family unit. But sadly, her father had to work more. Because as you guys know, in Japan, there is a lot of overtime for dads. Like almost to the point where if you're a father in Japan, chances are you're working at least 6 hours of overtime a week, depending upon your employer. But I'm saying 6 hours as basically a standard. Like if you're a normal salary man, overtime might be common. I mean, it is over here in the US too, but there are certain laws that restricts them from forcing you to work X amount of hours, where X is over a certain percentage. I don't know what the exact hourage is, but I think it's 12 hours a day for an extended period of time. But that's beside the point. After a tragic backstory of Akane saying, "I don't like you, father," or "Papa, I don't like you anymore." Tragic backstory continues. Our now sad salaryman dies or is crushed by giant construction wooden platforms and wooden planks. Not to worry, salaryman was just about ready to have a bonding moment with his lovely daughter when Whisper does the trick with his hair, corrupting it and turning it into a dart, slinging it at our Kyodai salaryman, turning him into Cyclops. But not to worry, our happy-go-lucky plucky heroes are there to protect us. No, they just get stomped on, because that's how logic works. Bakura almost saves Junpei from being stomped, but Momo kind of messes over that entire situation by pushing him back. Not to worry, they contact my favorite character to get permission to transform. And I have to say, I really wish Natsuki was in the episode more. And does she have a henshin? Okay, question of the day. Do you guys think teachers have henshin or transformations or hero abilities? And do you think Whisper is just testing everyone? So we get a really cool transformation, even with a cool soundtrack, for Kengo Benimaru. And I have to say, I love the name Kengo Benimaru because it really flows well. Kengo actually means swordsman, and Benimaru actually refers to Little Crimson, or Little Red. But he is joined by Mela Lairo, who becomes Shishio, or Lion King, aka Simba. But not Simba, because I don't want people to be angry at me for calling him Simba. But they battle the giant Cyclops, and both of them get knocked back a little bit. I have to say, this fight lives up to the hype of this new series to a certain degree. It wasn't a 5-minute fight, it was 3 minutes maybe, but it was still good. But our salaryman giant Cyclops boy was cut down by Kengo Benimaru. Then we get a weird scene where 3 medallions appear. One looks like a helmet, another looks like a sad salaryman with a moon in the background, the other one looks like a normal salaryman. I'm sure the medals will be explained more. Tragic backstory part 3 or 4. The junior person at the company explains that Akane's father saved his life because he was foolishly walking while looking at his smartphone, being careless, and that his father's sacrifice, Akane's father's sacrifice, saved his life. Everyone cries, and then Akane gets the bond with her daddy, and everything is all better. The end. This episode was good. I appreciate everyone's support. We have been growing and flourishing as a channel. I appreciate you all so very much. Hope you have a fantastic day. I can't wait for episode 3. I would rate this one a solid B+. I'm waiting for a episode with more Natsuki to rate anything above a B+. I'm kidding though. I'm kidding. This was an A. But they still have stuff to explain, like Emma and her bunny, where Mira Laido got his henshin or transformation, the significance of the transformation technique. Even though that's probably explained in the movie, they should probably explain it again in the series a little bit more. Not like in full detail, but abridge it a little bit, like do a shortened summary. All in all, if this gives us any intuition on what the game's going to be, like how smoothly the game's going to operate, then we're in for a lot of fun. Have yourselves a fantastic day. I appreciate each and every one of you. Bye bye for now.